This is professional wrestler Chris Rex, and you're listening to the Playmakers Blog Podcast, my only destination for sports talk radio.
Hope you're enjoying the episode that you listened to so far, and if you are, take a quick listen to this. If you ever thought about starting your own podcast because you love to talk, you love to debate, you want to get your thoughts out there to the world, but you got questions. How do I distribute it? How do I record it? How do I get it to host? There's only one answer for you, and that's Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, and distributing your podcast. Best of all, it is 100% free. Not only 100% free, but easy to use. So if you want to go ahead and start that podcast and get your brand out there, go to anchor.fm/start. Again, that is anchor.fm/start to go ahead and start on your brand right here, right now. So what you waiting on? Get on it. You ready? I'm ready. The Playmakers Bar Podcast present Hoops Talk, hosted by Darnell the Playmaker Salins. NBA, college basketball, playoffs, March Madness. No matter what, we talking hoops, man. Let's get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a new edition of Hoops Talks here from the Playmakers Blog Podcast. You know me, your host down there, the Playmaker Silence. And you know it's all about the NBA playoffs on Hoops Talks, so I'm not going to take too much of your time here. We're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. So we're going to start off in the Eastern Conference, where 3 teams have advanced to the Eastern Conference already because they all swept their opponents. So let's go back and look at this. For the East, we had the Toronto Raptors sweep the Brooklyn Nets. We had the Boston Celtics sweep the Philadelphia 76ers. Let me say that again. The Boston Celtics sweeping the Philadelphia 76ers. And the Miami Heat sweeping the Indiana Pacers. Let me say that again. Miami Heat sweeping the Indiana Pacers. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We kind of figured Brooklyn wasn't going to be much of a matchup because they were without 6 or 7 players, and we understood what was going on. You planned to defend the champ, so we knew what was coming. Indiana, on the other hand, Victor Oladipo played, TJ Warren played, you was out Sabonis, we understand that. This whole thing between TJ Warren and Jimmy Butler, and then TJ Warren coming back to the bubble and starts exploding, all this going into this series, and sweep. Bye, Indiana. Get up out of here. And then that brings us to the Philadelphia 76ers. Hold on, I need a drink on this one. Excuse me. Joel Embiid, no Ben Simmons, but you still got Tobias Harris. You got Josh Richardson, Al Horford, Matisse Thybulle, and y'all couldn't beat Boston one game. Just one game? One game? It's bad enough I gave y'all 6. I gave y'all 6. That means I gave y'all 2 games. Y'all need to make it to a game 5. And then you decided to fire Brett Brown afterwards, but we seen it coming. But think you have a lot more problems than just Brett Brown, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Joel Embiid did his thing with 30 and stuff, but he did most of those in the first half of games. What was he in the second half of games? Second half, he disappeared. I don't know what was going on in the second half. First half, yeah, scoring about 20 points. When you score 20 points, but you finish with 30, yeah, you scored 10 in the second half. That's not a good look if you the star man of the team and you're in the playoffs. Oh yeah, Joel Embiid scored 21 points in the first half, but he finished with 34. What were you in the second half, sir? It's 2 halves. It's 48 minutes, not 24. If it was 24 minutes, Philly probably be up 3-1 right now. But it's 48 minutes in that game, so guess what? Sweet. Get your ass up out of here. Go back to Philly, where y'all belong. And yeah. There's only one series left, and that's the Milwaukee Bucks and Orlando Magic. They'll be playing Game 5 at the release of this recording, which means my Magic are pretty much done. We took the first one. We shot them, punched them in the mouth. Giannis want to have it ever since then. We be getting our ass whooped by like 20, by like 30, by like 28. Yeah, we be getting it handed to us. So I don't see nothing different when it comes to Thursday. Oh, no, not Thursday. Wednesday. Sorry. They're ahead. So when Wednesday get here, yeah, it's going to be an ass whooping again. Magic was nice. It was good. At least y'all the only one on the other side that actually won. Philly got swept. Brooklyn got swept. Indiana got swept. We actually took one. And we took one from the top seed in the East. Matter of fact, the team with the best record in the NBA. We took one game from them. That's an accomplishment to what Brooklyn did, to what Philly did, to what Indiana did. Get up out of here. So, prepare to see game 1 of the Toronto Raptors and the Boston Celtics on Thursday. I think it's on ESPN. About either 6:30 or 9, one of the two times. But I know it's going to be in the evening. So, game 1, Toronto, Boston. Game 1 of that. You think, I'm going to take Boston in 7. I'm going to take Boston in 7. That's what I'm going to do. Boston in 7. I like Boston in the conference finals in the East. I'm going to take that one. Well, until it's official and it's Milwaukee and Miami, I'm going to reserve that for whenever I do another one. But you know what? I take that back. No, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and say Milwaukee's going to win on Thursday. They're going to beat us 4-1. It's Milwaukee and Miami. I'm going to take Milwaukee in 7 over Miami. I'm going to take Milwaukee in 7. It's going to be a Boston-Milwaukee East Finals for me. That's why I'm looking at. That's why I'm. Actually, I don't care who it is, because now we got the 4 best teams in the East to go at it. So I'm looking forward to this. So with that being said, now that I got that out the way, let's move on to the Western Conference. The Western Conference playoff, where nobody has finished their season off yet. By the way, by the time y'all hear this, Denver, Utah will already play Game 5. We will see if the Utah Jazz have finished off the Nuggets, and I'm gonna get into that very soon. And then we'll have Game 5 of the LA Clippers and Dallas series. So both of those games, by the time you hear this recording, would have already been decided. So let me go ahead and get these two out the way real quick. First and foremost, Denver Nuggets, Utah Jazz. Utah is leading 3-1. What had happened was I picked Denver in 5 because they were going to be out Mike Conley for the first 2 games of the series. So I kind of figured with Jamal Murray back for the Nuggets, the Joker Jokic is in the rule, and Michael Porter Jr. doing his thing. You still got Paul Millsap, that the Nuggets can handle business. What happened was, though, Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz wasn't having it. Donovan Mitchell decided to go for a 57-piece on game 1, even though they lost. Came back with a 30-piece and had company with him in game 2 into game 2 from Denver. So we tied 1-1 going into game 3. All of a sudden, Jamal Murray can't show up for either game 2 or game 3. And Utah ended up taking game 3. We makes it 2-1 Utah. Mike Conley is back. And we have dueling 50s for Donovan Mitchell for the Utah Jazz and Jamal Murray for the Denver Nuggets. And yet, the Utah Jazz beat the Denver Nuggets. So it's 3-1 Utah. I did not see that coming. You couldn't tell me Mike Conley's going to be out for 2 games. And Utah would be leading 3-1 in the series. Denver, I don't give a damn if y'all do win Game 5. I don't give a damn if Utah finish you off in Game 5. Denver, I am pissed off at y'all. Y'all supposed to be leading the series, and y'all getting y'all ass whooped by the Utah Jazz. Mike Malone, I don't know what you're talking to these boys. I don't know if you're getting in their ass or whatever. Utah should not be dominating this series. But they are, and that's very disappointing. Very disappointing. Even more disappointing is what's going on with the Los Angeles Clippers. Let's get into the Clippers and Dallas Mavericks, shall we? Game 5 will be the day of this recording. So by the time y'all hear this recording, Game 5 would already been played. Now, since I only got 4 games to go off of, Game 1, Clippers won it by 8, I think. Yeah, 118 to 110. Luka went off for a 42-piece with 7 rebounds, 9 assists, and 3 steals. But Kawhi Leonard had 29 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. And Paul George had 27 points. Victory Clippers, as expected. Game 2, Luka 28, 8 and 7. Kawhi Leonard 35 and 10. Paul George 14, 10. Shot 23.5% from the field and 20% from 3-point range. Dallas, not Utah. Dallas Maverick take game 2, 127 to 114. Don't worry. We're gonna keep it going. Game 3. Luka, 13 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Injured his ankle in the game, so he didn't finish the game. Kawhi Leonard, 36 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Paul George, 11 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists. Paul George went 3 for 16 from the field. That's 18.8% from the field and 1 for 8 from 3-point range, which is 12.5%. Nevertheless, Clippers take game 3. They up 2 games to 1. And let's go to game 4 that I'm pretty sure all of us watched. As Kawhi Leonard went for 32 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Paul George, 9 points, 8 rebounds. Shot 3 for 14 from the field, 21.4% from the field, 14.3% from 3-point range because you went 1 for 7 from 3 land. But Luka Doncic decided to go for it with a sprained ankle, by the way. I'm going to say this again. Luka Doncic with a sprained ankle, 43 points, 17 rebounds, 13 assists. And the game winning because they decided to switch and put Reggie Jackson on Luka Doncic with the game on the line. Now we in a series that is 2-2. Like I said, that will be played tonight as I am recording. So by the time you hear this, you will know who has a 3-2 lead, which is most important right about now. So then, Paul George came up with this statement of, if I was shooting better, what would this series be? It would be over. PG-13. If you were shooting like you're supposed to shoot, this series will be over right now. This will be at least 3-1 or 4-0. Deal. Let's get real here. Paul George, if you don't start shooting like you're supposed to shoot, it's going to be hell to pay from the NBA people, from the NBA fans. I'm telling you this right now. Because there's no way in hell you is this poor at shooting. There's no way in hell you 24.4% from the field in one game, 18.8% from the field in another game, 23.5% from the field in another game, 20% from 3 range one game, 12% from 3-point range in another game, and 14% from 3 range in another game. Paul George, you better get back into that Paul George that take them mid-range shots and start dunking on people like he used to, because right now I need something out of it. I had y'all beating the Dallas Mavericks in 6. That means y'all need to win this game that y'all finna play tonight as I am recording, and y'all need to win the next game, which will be Thursday. Lucky enough, I'm off that day, and I will be watching. I'm going to need you to get it together, PG-13. I need PG-13 to be PG-13. I need Playoff P to be here. Where is Playoff P? Where is PG-13? I can't find him. I need to put an ABB out on him. Where is this man? Kawhi Leonard needs some help. Kawhi Leonard and Luka Doncic canceled each other out. And you telling me everybody else from the Mavericks is outdoing everybody from the Clippers? What the heck is this? Now, Marcus Harrell, he was going for all the seeding games. So you're talking about 5-6 month layoff. He needs time to get into shape. But Montrezl Harrell, you're my 6th man of the year. Even though Lou Williams is your teammate, you're my 6th man of the year. I'm gonna hurry and lead you to go ahead and get back in shape so you can be Montrezl Harrell again. This is what I need right here. Come on now, let's get it together. Y'all not working with me here. Now then, since I got those games out the way, because as obvious they'll be played while I'm recording, let's get to the other 2 games in the Western Conference Finals. So we have the Los Angeles Lakers up 3-1 on the Portland Trail Blazers. They have won 3 straight since Portland punched them in their mouth. They took game 1 for them. By the way, very, very beautiful tribute. The Lakers wore the Black Mamba jerseys for game 4 and did exactly what they needed to do. They handled business on Mamba Day. Rest in peace, Kobe. We miss you, brother. Now, Damian Lillard got hurt in game 4. He has already been ruled out for Game 5. So guess what? As I sit here today, and when y'all hear this recording on Thursday, Portland is done. It is a wrap. Lakers is finna smash these boys and send them back to Portland. Adios, amigos. What a hell of a job that y'all did to get into the playoffs. But I told y'all when the playoffs started, it could go 6. And I'm picking the Lakers because at some point in time, fatigue is going to set in. And guess what? It set in that game earlier than I thought. So in 5, goodbye, Portland. Now, if they do make it to 6, I'll be happy because my prediction was right. It'll go 6 games and Lakers will take it. But it don't matter. Lakers going to the next round. Portland, bye-bye. And that brings us to the last and final series in the West. The Houston Rockets and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So when you first heard Russell Westbrook won't be playing at the beginning of the series, we didn't think it would last 4 games, but it has so far. And you kind of thought, you know what, this is going to be an interesting series all of it. In the turning events, because you'd like to pick Houston in 6, but without Russell Westbrook for some games, now you're thinking 7 with a bit of better chance of OKC pulling it off. So, game 1 happens. Houston wasn't having it. They took care of business against the OKC. The 3 balls going in, there's nothing you can do about it. All right. No problem. We understand. Game 2 happens. It's pretty much the same thing. 3 balls dropping. Pretty ain't much you can do about it. It is what it is. All right. 2-0. Houston looks good. OKC trying to find something to get them going. I don't know what Billy Donovan said to them. I don't even know what Chris Paul said to them. Game 3. Tight, deep, contested game. Goes into overtime. CP3 being clutch. As always, OKC takes game 3. 2-1. Okay. Now we got a series here. Y'all back in it. Y'all did y'all thing now. Okay. Let's see how Houston responds in game 4. Close game at the half. Bomb 8 threes. And it is like, well, Houston's finna run away with this one. But they go 5 for 23 the rest of the damn way. I think they missed like 15 threes in a row. Y'all do realize the 3-point shot's not going down, right? Don't you think we should go to the rim, go to the basket, get some layups, maybe get to the foul line or something? Nope, not Mike D'Antoni's team. Threes away, bombs away. That's how you go 5 for 23 after you go 8 for 8. Messed around, then the shooter dropped a 30 burger on you. Chris Paul added another 20-something points. And you find yourself losing that game by 3 points. All of a sudden, it's 2-2 going to game 5, which will be Thursday. That game would be 6 p.m. on TNT. So the Clippers, the game after that would be the Lakers at 9 p.m. on TNT on Thursday. So now you have the Lakers up 3-1. Most likely to knock off the Portland Trailblazers without Damian Lillard for game 5. You have the LA Clippers in a 2-2 series with the Dallas Mavericks. Like I said earlier, with game 5 being played as I am recording. Then you got the Denver Nuggets and Utah Jazz. Utah's up 3-1 on the Nuggets with game 5 being played on the date that I am recording this. And then you got OKC and Houston 2-2 going to game 5 on Thursday. Let's see. Lakers doing what they're supposed to do. Houston and OKC series is going the way I thought it would go. Clippers are in a dogfight, but I didn't think Paul George would be struggling. And the Denver damn Nuggets is the most disappointing team in the Western Conference right now. Because they are down 3-1. So then, let's see how these go. Hopefully Denver will win this game. Will win the game 5, so it'll be 3-2 going into game 6. And help me out some bit, even though I picked them at 5. Just like that. Utah Jazz fans, Utah Jazz, I picked Denver in 5. Dumbest move on my part. That was very disrespectful for me. I apologize. Boston fans, Toronto fans, Miami fans, I apologize. I gave your opponents a game or two, and they couldn't take one of them. So I apologize. Okay. By the fact that I gave Philly 2 games is stupid as hell. Trying to be nice. I was trying to be nice to Brigham because the way they play in the season again, they're playing their ass up. But the defending champs, they on a mission, so they handle their business. And TJ, I thought Indiana was gonna come play some hoops, and well, all the games was competitive to be honest. There weren't no real blowouts, but Indiana couldn't finish. So there's that. Oh, shout out to Nick Nurse, winning Coach of the Year as I predicted. That's good to know. Nick Nurse, Coach of the Year, he deserves it. He deserves it. No word on MVP, but I do have Giannis winning MVP. No word on Defensive Player of the Year because I do got Giannis winning that one too. I got John Morant winning Rookie of the Year. I have Montrezl Harrell winning Sixth Man of the Year. Only thing we know so far is that Nick Nurse is Coach of the Year. Other things to follow. Now, after watching OKC tie the series up 2-2, they interviewed Chris Paul after the game, as they always interview the key players after the game. Chris Paul wasn't talking about basketball. He was talking about something else. And that something else comes from Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin, by the name of Jacoby Blake. Now, for those of you who's turned away from the news or try to not keep up with the news on purpose, Jacoby Blake is a 29-year-old man who is now paralyzed from the waist down after he was shot in the back 7 times by police officers in Wisconsin. The word came out today that his dad reported that he is paralyzed from the waist down. Y'all wonder why the African American community is doing what we are. You are wondering why we are protesting the way that we protest. You wonder why we keep saying Black Lives Matter. You wonder why all this keep going. You wonder why all white counterparts have finally joined in. You wonder why other races have joined in on the movement. Because Breonna Taylor was killed unnecessarily in her own home because of a no-knock warrant and police mistaken where they thought the suspect was at and shot this innocent woman who, by the way, was working for the fire department, if I'm correct. She was an EMT, if I'm correct. Y'all shot her, killed her. No arrests on that case yet. Louisville taking their sweet ass time. What the hell y'all taking y'all sweet ass time for? This happened months ago. This happened before George Floyd thing happened. Y'all better do something. And now we got this. Jacoby Blake walking to his car, trying to get in his car. Police officer shot him 7 times. For what reason? For what reason? 7 times. You shot this man in the back. And y'all want protesters. Y'all protests ain't stopping. I'm telling y'all that right now. We are fed up. We are tired of the BS of defending these policemen who do wrong to people. Not all police is bad. I know a lot of them. I live in Jacksonville. I ain't ever had a bad encounter with a police officer, and I pray that I don't. But when a police officer can sit on a man's neck, a.k.a. George Floyd, for 8 minutes without letting this man breathe, that's a problem. When unarmed black men are getting killed for no reason, that is a problem. When Breonna Taylor is getting killed in our own home, sleeping with her man, that's a problem. And yet, we want to protect all police officers when we know damn well all police officers ain't good. We got to get rid of the bad apples in police force so the good ones can stand out. But until the good ones get rid of the bad ones, this is what it's going to keep coming to. This is sickening. We can't keep going through this. This is why we doing what we doing. This is why protesters is not going to stop. And best believe, people are woke now. When November gets here, matter of fact, I'm going to tell you this right now. Jacksonville already did something crazy. 3 black women won their election in this month. In these general elections that we just had, this election that we just had in August, 3 black women have won their race. They are in office. They in position of office. Tell you that right there. Do not think for 1 second people ain't finna come vote this when November get here. Oh, it's gonna be a whole lot of turnaround coming to the United States of America. Best believe that when November get here, watch the numbers of voting that's gonna take place because we are tired. We are sick and tired, and it's time for us to be heard. And one way for us to be heard is by go vote. So if you're not registered, go ahead and get registered to vote right here, right now. We ain't playing no more games. All right. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Look here. As I close out, y'all go check out Into the FLC. My boy Alex Alcazar, Bearman. He's doing his thing on soccer. Tyler O. Fire on High Podcast. Y'all check that out on Friday. When that releases out on Friday, he's gonna talk about the tight ends for your fantasy football. I'll check that out when that comes out on Friday. I got Renly Talk coming to y'all on Thursday morning. Y'all be ready for that. Check out my boy Drady, Sports River Drady, my man doing his thing up in Brooklyn. I am proud of him. I'm happy to be working with him. Also, Pipe Bomb Radio. Y'all would catch me Friday afternoon, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Me and my boy Ricky Lickowicz. Fastback Fridays. Y'all get ready to check that out. And yo, protect our ladies, man. Protect our black people. Peace and love, y'all. Y'all be safe. God bless everybody. The Playmaker out. Thank you guys so very much for taking time out of your day to chill with me on Hoops Talk. And if you enjoyed today's episode on today, go ahead and head to our website, theplaymakersblog.com, and subscribe to the website to stay up to date with everything that goes on here at the Playmakers Blog, from blog posts to podcast episodes. And you can go ahead and shop for your Playmakers Blog merch. Just hit that shop tab, and you can either go to our Threadless store or our Spreadshirt store to get your Playmakers Blog merch. If you're listening on iTunes, please leave a review and drop a rating for the podcast that you just listened to on today. We'll greatly appreciate it. And if you're looking for other ways to listen to us, we on TuneIn Radio, we on Spotify, we on Stitcher, we are on Speaker, iHeartRadio, and many other main platforms that you listen to your podcast. Until then, the Playmaker signing off. Until next week for Hoops Talk.